In the years before the Second World War, Adolf Hitler demanded a weapon capable of the impossible. A gun that could breach the Maginot Line, France's fortified defensive barrier, shattering reinforced concrete and steel from beyond the reach of any counter-battery fire. The German army turned to Krupp, the industrial dynasty that had armed Germany for generations. What Krupp's engineers produced was not merely a weapon. It was the largest artillery piece in the history of warfare. Designated Schwerer Gustav, Heavy Gustav, the gun was a product of the 1930s, constructed over nearly a decade at enormous cost. However, by the time it was ready for deployment in 1941, France had already fallen. The weapon designed to break the Maginot Line would never fire a single shell at it. The specifications alone require a moment of stillness. Schwerer Gustav weighed approximately 1,350 tons, nearly 1,490 short tons. Its barrel stretched 32 meters, or 105 feet. The caliber was 800 millimeters, 31.5 inches, the largest ever used in combat. It fired two types of projectile: a high-explosive shell weighing 4,800 kilograms, or nearly 10,600 pounds, and an armor-piercing round at 7,100 kilograms, over 15,650 pounds. Maximum range reached 47 kilometers, or approximately 29 miles. A single shell could penetrate 7 meters of reinforced concrete, and yet moving this weapon was nearly an operational crisis in itself. Schwerer Gustav required its own specially laid double railway track, curved to accommodate its enormous turning radius. Assembly demanded a crew of 2,500 men, working continuously for 3.5 days. A further 2,500 were needed to lay the approach tracks. Once operational, the gun required a permanent anti-aircraft flak regiment for protection, because from the air it was entirely immobile and unmissable. Its one meaningful deployment came at Sevastopol in 1942, during the German siege of the Soviet fortress city. There, Schwerer Gustav fired 48 shells over the course of several weeks, destroying fortified positions and a buried naval ammunition magazine at a depth no conventional weapon could have reached. It was proof of what the gun could do. It was also proof of everything it couldn't. Following Sevastopol, the gun was transported toward Leningrad. The siege there ended before it could be used. It was moved again toward Stalingrad, where it arrived too late. A proposed successor, Landkreuzer P-1500 Monster, was cancelled before construction began. The logic of the superweapon had exhausted itself. On April 14, 1945, with Allied forces closing in, German forces destroyed Schwerer Gustav to prevent its capture. Soviet engineers later studied the wreckage. If you want to continue exploring the engineering and strategy of the Second World War, consider subscribing. There's a great deal more history like this to cover. Schwerer Gustav was the most powerful artillery piece ever built, and one of the least strategically useful weapons of the entire war. That is, perhaps, its most important lesson.